I'm gonna be the Tyra Banks of sustainable fashion. Brooklyn's new fashion craze is wearing trash. One day my mom came home and I had made a wedding dress collection out of tissues and tape for all the Barbies. She drove me out of her way to this fabric store, and they had this thing where you could fill up a bag of scraps for $1. And so from the time I was a really little kid, I've seen the working value of this material. Zero Waste Daniel is literally handmade in our store, so everything we do is totally transparent. You can actually stand right on this sidewalk, right in front of Zero Waste Daniel here in Brooklyn, and watch every single one of our pieces be made. We make them right here in the store, authentically out of scrap material. When I started working on a mass product and saw that at the hundreds of thousands of yards at a time, we were throwing away 15, 20, up to 30% of our materials, I knew that the waste issue was catastrophic, not just extra fabric. Our process is to start by making fabric. So we start with a pile of scrap material and we start joining those pieces until we have a large enough piece to cut something from. I think that when you make things, you can actually make change. Instead of creating new resources, we're adding value to them. We're adding the talent of my team and the vision of Zero Waste Daniel to these scraps to breathe new life into them. I think it's really common for people to expect new and fast and cheap, and what's really important is to communicate your values with your clothing. I look at fashion as a very powerful form of nonverbal communication, and you say a lot when you get dressed every day. When you wear Zero Waste Daniel, you say local, you say slow, and you say one of a kind. I think the fashion industry really is ready for a change. It's not an industry that's inclusive, that's supportive of people, that is honest. So supporting businesses that are inclusive, supporting businesses that do domestic production, that pay fair wages, that are transparent about where their products are produced.
I was trying to get the most sustainable job in fashion I could get. There's no one really doing like full zero waste in the industry. I also try to be as zero waste as possible. Just trying to be a little bit more conscious about what I purchase.
I think that it's really easy for people to get so overwhelmed by all the problems in the world, especially when it comes to climate change and the environment. I just saw this problem and started doing something about it. And instead of waiting for change and waiting for someone to give me permission to make change, just going out and really doing it makes such a big difference. I'm not talking about doing it, I'm doing it. I'm actually in the window with trash, making stuff.